want to shake some butt like this, but you're a questie like me? I got you. For all the girlies that want to shake butt, or if you just want to have legs, okay? I'm gonna explain this the best I can. Okay, so what I use is this tracking app on my phone called TDPT, and it looks like this in the App Store. And the app is free to download. It's just the OSC trackers to use it on VR chat. You have to pay $4 or $5, but the good thing is it's a one-time purchase, and it's not a monthly or a yearly purchase like Pinot. To pay for the OSC trackers, you would click on the star button and at the bottom, and you would click on, pretty sure, like the button that says pay for premium control panel. I think that's what it says. I don't really remember. I just know that you pay through the star button. To set up the OSC trackers, once you paid, you would click on the star button again, and you would press using OSC trackers in parentheses for cluster and VR chat, and then it should have a check mark in the box next to it. And then to put the IP address, you need to put your headset's IP, which I'm going to show you how to find later. Do not mess with the port. The port is fine. You don't have to mess with it. Don't mess with the offset, unless if you want to. I don't know what it does. I've never touched it. And then your scale would be your height. So mine is set at 1.1. As a 5-foot person, I use either 1.1 or 1.0. And then right next to the scale, you get the option of 11p or 6p. That's the point tracking. 6-point tracking works a lot better than the 11-point. To find your headset's IP, is you would go into your Oculus menu, and you would click on your Wi-Fi, and then up should come up the box of all the Wi-Fis and stuff. You click on the one that your headset is connected to, and you click on the arrow next to it. And then there's a lot of like sections saying what the numbers mean. There's one that says IP address. You would take that and put that in the IP address box on the app. And you have to make sure that the device you're using is connected to the same Wi-Fi as your headset, or it will not work. Now I'm gonna get into some of the settings that I have set up on the app. Okay, so if you are using the back camera, your settings, I recommend your settings look like this if you are using the back camera. If you are using the front camera, I would recommend you turn on mirror mode. Everything else stays the same. If you are trying to track with the app, you need to be in a lit room, like a really well lit room. You can't have like dim lights, dim LEDs, none of that. You have to have a really lit room so then the camera can see your body properly. And it will not track if you have all black, like all black clothing. It will not track. If you are wearing baggy clothes, it will not track at all. If you're wearing black spandex and a black bra, it will work. It just won't work well enough because they're both the same color. So when I use my tracking, I don't wear anything but underwear and a sports bra, and that is how mine tracks so well. Because the camera is able to see your whole body, right, without you having to be completely butt booty naked. okay? If you're a boy, you could just wear boxers. That's fine. Placement of your phone does matter. If you put it on the ground and angle it upward, it's not going to see as much as it will if you put it on like a dresser or something. If you have a life-size stuffed animal in the back and it's not tracking well, it's because it's tracking the stuffed animal. You need to move the stuffed animal out of the way. Make sure your space is clear when you use tracking. Like clear enough that it will track you and not anything else behind you or in the background. Also make sure your space is clear enough so you don't end up stubbing your toe on something or walking into something. And to get into VR chat and you are trying to connect your trackers to the OSC, make sure that it's connected on, make sure that you clicked start on the premium menu on the app and set up your phone, and then make sure you're also connected to the same Wi-Fi that your headset is. Make sure you go to your circle launch pad and you go to options and you go to OSC and you click enabled, and then when you go to your menu, there should be a button instead of the sit and stand. It should say calibrate full body tracking. Now that you are trying to calibrate and you have your OSC on, you would go here, right, and you would calibrate. And as you can see, mine's bugging a little because it's been acting up, but your feet should be down here, right? And if you're using back camera, no mirror mode, so your legs should be fine. If your feet are not like this and they're like, say your feet are like over here and your waist is over here, right? Instead of like in this vicinity of your avatar, you would go here to your Oculus menu. You would point your controller to wherever your phone is or your iPad or whatever device, and you would re-center yourself using your Oculus button, and it should, and then you click calibrate again and it should be fixed a little more. If you are, say you're like in the floor, right, like this, like you're in the floor, you would go to here. You would go to advanced options in your settings and you would click set standing height, and it should put you back up on the floor. If you're still a little bit in the floor, crouch a little and then press again, and then just keep crouching lower and lower until you're out of the floor. When you sit down, and if your vision point is not at your head, you would go back to your settings. So say I locked my hip. My vision point is right here, but my eyes are up there, right? So you would lock your head instead, or you would lock both your head and your hips. And when you stand back up, if you still have lock head, it won't change your viewpoint. If you lock both, it won't change anything.
That's all. This is sped up footage of me sitting various ways with TDPT. If you have any other questions, I can try to answer in the comments. If not, you can try finding some tutorials on YouTube or by someone else here on TikTok. Also join my Discord server from my bio. Not a link, so you'll just have to type it. Thank you for watching.